I want to return now to the summer and fall study that we started a few weeks ago, which explores our founding principles. And what about our founding principles really are fundamental, not just foundational, but fundamental and still relevant today in 2024 as we grapple with a number of issues, including a presidential election. And I talked last week about how the government that was set up by our founders in 248 years ago was one in the Declaration of Independence that where we declared that we were going to be a new thing, and that thing was going to be a government based upon the safety and happiness of the people. Safety and happiness. And that's why safety in some ways speaks for itself, but I will be returning to it a lot over the next weeks and months. But it's the happiness part that I really want to focus on. And in fact, Jeremy said to me this week, well, what are we calling this series? And I said, I don't know what we're going to call it. Gave it some thought, gave him an idea, edited the idea, and what we've come up with is, for this whole series, is happiness, our founding governing principle. Because I really think that that's not only important to understanding what America has always wanted to be and wanted to do, but plays a big role in what we've tried to do here. And so we'll continue to develop that theme. You're getting sick and tired of me standing here and saying we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, etc. We're going to linger a bit right on that second phrase there, that all men are created equal. We do not need to spend any time on the hypocrisy of incredibly brilliant, enlightened thinkers at that time saying, yes, not only are all men created equal, but that's self-evident. Everybody knows. We don't have to prove to the world, as we're trying to prove to the world why America should be independent of England. We don't even need to prove that all men are created equal. Everybody knows that. And obviously it's like shooting fish in a barrel to say, what about the women? Which Janet's going to cover in an upcoming speech. And it's shooting fish in a barrel to say, what about the slaves? Which we're going to talk about today. So we don't have to spend too much time on, yeah, come on guys, you step it up, founders. But it's important then to recognize that if they had blind spots, why did they have blind spots? What was the result of that? Why did we end up fighting a civil war over slavery? And over whether all men are created equal should mean people with different skin color, or should it not?